Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, the Fun Indian Guy channel, where we make videos about design, creativity and innovation. I am Suyog, also known as the Fun Indian Guy. I'm a service designer, filmmaker, musician and a founder of an innovation company called Futuring Now. And in today's video, we are going to talk about this very interesting topic about the role of designers across the globe. For the last 4 years, I've been exploring this amazing journey of design, and while I'm doing that, I'm able to see the way design or designers are perceived or the way designers are working is constantly changing. The definitions are always changing across the globe in different contexts, and it's not confusing, but it's very interesting to see this dynamic nature of design. And while we are talking about this, the amazing people from the Service Design Drinks Milan, our homies, are working on this amazing and interesting project called Transforming Designers, where they're understanding the whole global situation of design. And actually in today's episode, we are going to explore this topic with them. And before we begin, let's say hi to the beautiful humans of Service Design Drinks Milan. Hello.
Hi, Suya.
Ciao Suyog.
Ciao.
Super. So without wasting more time, let's go and start talking. So let's begin talking. I know we have talked about it earlier on this podcast, but let's start our discussion with what is Service Design Drinks and what do you guys do?
So, Service Design Drinks Milan is an initiative born in 2015 to bring together Milan's service design community. We do events every couple of months to talk about service design, user experience design, design thinking, to share knowledge and expand each other's network.
Awesome. With that, can you tell us more about Transforming Designers, this particular venture you have been working on?
Transforming Designers is a collaborative research aimed to assess and discuss the evolution of the designer's role. It's based in three main initiatives. The first one is called Global Snapshot. That is basically a survey that we want to map all the different kind of profiles emerging around the world. Where are they? What kind of age? What kind of skills are the different designers developing? And also, where are their views on the future perspective of this discipline? The second one is basically a designer. It's called Designer's Voice. There is basically qualitative interviews that we're doing at different kind of levels of designers. So coming from the more small or junior ones into the more high levels of designers. And the aim is to discuss from in a more deep and in the intimate way our perspective, but also our journey as designers and how we in the practice are seeing and are living the evolution of the design discipline. The third one is called expert talks. The ones that we're used to do, they're basically events where we invite different kind of experts to share the foundations and the future scenarios on how the designer and the design discipline is evolving. So we bring different experts coming from different parts of the world and different kind of seniority to share with the entire community this. With this event, it was very cool because we started in Milan, but also we had the chance to bring this format in New York recently, the last November. So it was a discussion that started here, but now it's aiming to be escalated through events.
So I'm very curious to know, how did you start Transforming Designers and what were some of the core reasons behind it?
So why did Transforming Designer was born? So basically, when it was born, it was because it was a very complex context in that time. It's not that right now it's quite easy, but it was very complex, the situation, and actually design and service design was a buzzword here in Italy. And everyone was talking about design thinking, tools, customer journeys and so on, but I think most of the people that were not designers didn't know really what was the scope of all these methods and tools and the design discipline itself. So there was a lot of confusion, most of it selling design. And in that moment, there was this like a very young but very complex dialogue on this theme. and actually we wanted to leverage it to try to make a point. And what we did is this first event that we partnered with Prague Design to try to understand the context from a designer's point of view, working in consultancies and as freelancers working in companies. And actually the why is because we were curious in understanding how design was like, you know, the word design or the buzzword was perceived in the Italian context. But what happened next that we decided to continue this format over the years, and we did it in 2018. And in 2018, as you might know, there was the boom of the mainstream technologies, so artificial intelligence, machine learning, etc., etc. I don't have to tell you all of this. And in that moment, there was many themes related to this technology and design. How can they behave together? And actually, for that event, we invited Fjord, and we went through this dialogue, trying to understand what kind of new language we needed to adopt, what kind of new collaborations among multidisciplinary teams were arising, and what kind of academy should we or learning process we should acquire to face this new paradigm about technology and design. And it was very nice. So we did this, and then we decided to try to formalize it, okay, and to be a little bit bold and try to compare the Italian situation into another one, because we were curious not only about the Italian state. So we went to New York and brought the discussion there. It was very amazing. And after New York, actually we decided to formalize something that were a little bit beyond just events, and we created all this structure or collaborative research, or formalized this research with the intention that, you know, designers or other people who wants to discover what is happening to design itself in the ambiguous context and the complex context we are finding, probably there through different kind of data. It could be quantitative or qualitative. They could find answers or try to connect with other people just to, you know, connect and share experiences. So this is why it exists.
That's really interesting. With that, I'm curious to know what is going on at your end right now. What are you building currently as we speak, as we do this interview? What is going on?
So the research started in Milan, but now we started partnering with the different design communities across the globe with the intention of creating new bonds that can help us understanding better all the shades of the design discipline and how the design communities is structured. And so we are now having group interviews all together where leaders of different communities can interact, knowing each other, and exchanging experiences and tricks in order to cultivate the design culture over there, but also to join forces to share the survey together and to reach representation that could be meaningful to us and could speak globally.
And of course, also there's the part of the global snapshot survey. Of course, we're pushing the survey across both online and offline channels, and we're trying to gather as much as answers as possible. So what we are collecting from the survey are quantitative answers, basically. And from the survey, we want to get information about what is happening in a definite geographical region or in a definite age range, for example. What are the roles designers are taking in a specific geographical or in a specific age range. What we're doing with this quantitative insight is that we are mixing it together with the qualitative insights we get from interviews and talks with our communities. And we're trying to see if some pattern emerges. Basically that.
Some of the communities that already joined the project are, for example, from Toronto, from Lyon, from New York, from India, and many more. and we are contacting a bunch of other cities to see if we can grow and get bigger.
So far, I'm really enjoying all the discussion which we are having around transforming designers, the project, and how you guys are doing it and how you're building it. And that is also increasing my hopes and increasing my anticipation about the future. And with that, I'm going to ask you what is next and what are we supposed to expect from you and from transforming designers, and what is the kind of impact you're planning to have right now?
Okay, so what's next? There are many things that are coming, and actually we're programming, but the ones that we're elaborating right now, we're trying to be very carefully with the ones. The first one is to share the first previews of the research in the next SDN Global Conference that is happening on October 22nd and 23rd. So if you're around, please stop by, that we are going to see what we're going to say in the first insights that we're gathering.
Our idea is to build an artifact that could be something that we could share with our audience, and also a means to spread all the insights that we are gathering. We still don't know yet the form. Of course, it will be a mix of digital and also physical experiences. The idea is exactly to let people know how the discipline is evolving, but also a way to let them interact with that and speak more and to create a discourse together.
Of course, the results will be shared also through an event. We're figuring out the format of this event, but of course we will involve the communities that we engage in this research. Stay tuned for the details.
Super duper amazing. Thank you so much for giving us all the information about the project. I cannot wait to see it grow and collaborate more with you guys building this project. For the people who are watching right now, if you are interested in this project, if you happen to be a designer or related to the design stream, just go in the description. There is link to the website of Transforming Designers, so you can see all the stuff which these guys are building and all the things which will be dropping soon. At the same time, it will be really great and it will be really helpful for also the project if you can just fill up the survey, which is a global survey to understand the design scene, how it is growing all around the world. Link for that is also in the description down below. So just fill up the survey. It would take like 5 minutes of your time. With that, thank you so much guys for joining us on this video and sharing with us this amazing project. We really appreciate that, and it was really exciting to know more about it.
Thank you very much, Suyega, for having us.
Thank you so much, and for your projects.
Thank you for your support as always, and let's keep connected and let's keep growing in this sense. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys. It was really fun to host you once again on the channel. We are coming to an end of this video. That's all from today's video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like the video. Also subscribe to the Fun Indian Guy channel if you want to see more content on creativity, design and innovation, because we keep talking about that also on our podcast, which is basically the Fun Indian Guy podcast. With that, don't forget to have fun while you build amazing, meaningful projects, and I will catch you in the next video or the next podcast. Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.